Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like this video and leave me a comment below so that I know that you're engaged. If you want to see a particular type of practice, let me know how you'd like to practice with me. This class is yoga for back pain. Specifically, if you can identify that the source of your back pain comes from a tight front body, particularly a tight iliopsoas, which is a core muscle that can sometimes pull the pelvis or change the pelvic rotation if it's very, very tight. So if you want to go in depth into the practice, head on over to omstars.com, which is my online channel. I'd love to see you there. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position and close the eyes. Let's bring the hands together, a long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. We could rest the hands down. We're going to start off on the hands and knees, so let's come on over to the hands and knees. Then let's begin with cat and cow, just to get a little mobilization going, all right? Inhale, a long, deep breath in. Exhale, let's round, draw it under. 2 more times. Inhale, extend a long, deep breath in. Exhale, let's round, draw it under. 1 more. Inhale, extend a long, deep breath in. Exhale, let's round and under. Come back to neutral. Let's curl the toes under and inhale up to downward facing dog. All right, downward dog for 5 breaths. And we have 1, 2, tuning in to the sensations in the pelvis. 3, 4, we're almost there. 5, switch the gaze forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward, coming up onto your fingertips. Exhale, let's sink that left knee down. So we're going right into a lunge. So this is like hello to that iliopsoas region. So let's just kind of roll out the hip a little bit. We can go a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right. Just get the feeling. All right, we're going to drop down through the front of the left hip. And you're feeling right now that particularly if the iliopsoas is your issue, that it's already talking to you. There are things along that front of the left hip. So we're just dropping more and more down. We're thinking down. And you're allowing yourself to kind of look behind. One of the access points to the iliopsoas is your quadriceps. So we're going to bend that left knee and reach back for the foot. Then I want you to bend the knee even more, bring it close to the pelvis, kick back and straighten. Let's do that 2 more times. Fold, bring it in, kick back, straighten. Again, fold, bring it in, kick back, straighten. Now I want you to fold, bring it in, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're almost there. 5, exhale, we send it back. Square off the pelvis to the front, and now climb up a little bit. Sometimes now it could be useful to actually grab the blocks, so you can set the blocks up, and we can take the blocks on either side of the pelvis, and then just kind of sink down into the left hip, all right? And we'll stay there, and we have 1. Sometimes here it's useful to bring the right foot forward so we can kind of elongate the lunge a little bit. 3, 4, and 5. Now let's tighten it up just a little, so bring that foot back. Then we're going to use the blocks as weights. So I want you to hold the blocks and stay here. We have 1. You can activate the glutes just a little bit. 2. So we're getting down, down, down towards the ground. 3. For some of you, it's very easy. 4, you're already touching the ground. Just lift the blocks up a little bit so there's a little weight. 4. And 5. Turn the blocks forward, stay there. Curl the left toe under and then exhale. Let's go for that half split for a few breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly bring the right foot back. Let's put the blocks over to the side for a moment. Hands forward, inhale up to downward facing dog. Very good. Now we're going to switch the sides. Step the left foot forward, right knee down. Good. Keep it there for a moment. Get comfortable. All right. So we got the right to the left, a little over to the right, a little over to the left. Stay there. Let's drop that right hip down. Stay, breathe. Good. Bring it forward. Hold on to the foot. If you can't hold the foot, you're welcome to use a strap. Exhale, close. Bring it back. Oh, my right quadricep on this side is so tight. All right. Okay, I better do it too. Exhale, let's bring it in and send it back. Oof. Exhale, let's bring it in and we send it back. We're going to do 3 more to keep it even. And we bring it in and send it back 2 more times. Exhale, bring it in, don't overdo it. And out again. Let's bring it in, don't overdo it. Send it back, and now we're going to hold. So we have 1, 2, 3, drop the hip, release the quadriceps, 4, and 5. Okay, I survived. I hope you did too. Let's slowly and lightly walk it up. Get the blocks in place. Nice. Dropping through the front of the right hip. Feel it there. Going for the extended lunge. Good. And we'll stay for 1, 2, dropping more and more down. 3. How's it going? 4, 5. Let's bring it a little bit in. And then I want you to hold the blocks up and hold. 1, 2. Work the glutes. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Turn the blocks, curl the toes, and then exhale. Release. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Press up onto the blocks. Bring it back. Let's scoot those knees together. Bring the blocks over to the side. All right. Now, come on up back to your hands and knees. We'll stay on the hands and knees. Then slowly, bird dog first. So we reach left arm to the right leg, then bend the right knee and hold on to the ankle. And let's kick it back, trying to keep that right hip a little bit down. And we'll stay for 1, 2, 3. Easy does it. 4 and 5. Bring it down. Switch the sides. Bird dog. Hold it. Stay there. Bend. Reach back. Kick back with the shin bone. Drop the front of the left hip. And we have 2, 3, 4. Almost there. 5. Let's set it down. All right. Curl the toes from a neutral position in the pelvis. Inhale all the way up to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's stay 5 breaths. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slide it forward to pigeon. Let's do closed knee pigeon. So we're going to close the right knee, drop the left hip back. Stay there, coming up onto your fingertips. And then we'll roll. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. 3 more times. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, let's lift. Last one. Exhale, forward. Inhale, let's lift. We're going to hold it up here, so stay up and elevate it. And we'll stay on the fingertips. If you don't have enough height, use the blocks. 2, let's activate the pigeon. 3, so you're activating your legs. 4, almost there. 5, exhale, hands flat. Reach over to the side. Let's revisit that quadricep, which is giving us access to the psoas. Holding on to the left foot and immediately fold and hold. And we'll stay for 1, 2, that's it, keep breathing. 3, 4, almost there. 5, send it back. Curl the left toes under, find the support of the pelvis. Inhale up to downward facing dog. Switch the gaze forward, prepare to switch the sides. Close the left knee, very good. All right, breathing. Stay here for a moment. Find the pigeon. All right, we're going to roll it up and down. Fingertips. Exhale, forward. Inhale, let's bring it up. Exhale, forward. From the back muscles, lift. Once more like that. Exhale, down. Inhale, from the back muscles, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, from the back muscles, lift. All right, breathe. Stay here. 1, 2, Lift if you want to use the blocks for a little more height. 3, almost there. 4, and 5. Your left hand is down. Bend your right knee and fold it in for 1, 2, nice. 3, keep breathing. 4, work, work, almost there. 5, slowly we bring it back. All right. Inhale, come all the way up to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's come down to the knees. Settle for a moment. And then inhale, we'll come up onto the knees. Stay here. Hands hold on to your waist for a moment, and we'll work with Ustrasana position. Slowly exhale, reach back, opening the front of the pelvis, lifting, engaging the pelvic floor and lifting up. And you can touch the fingertips to the heels, or you can press the heels of the hands. Roll the shoulders forward. And we'll stay for 5 breaths. Push the pelvis forward, forward, forward. And we'll stay for 2, 3, almost there. Keep breathing. 4, and 5. Now as far forward as your pelvis will go. That's good. Then engage the back muscles all the way up. Exhale. Let's settle down. Okay, we're going to find the bolster and bring the bolster close by, because the next movement we're going to do involves the bolster. And inhale, we'll come up to downward facing dog. Reach under, slide the bolster right in the center of your downward dog, all right? Then we're going to step the right foot over and then just slowly move into the split position while settling on the bolster. For some of you, that's going to mean that both of the knees are bent, so it's just like a supported lunge. For others of you, we're going to be able to straighten the legs. If you can straighten the legs, I'd like you to press onto the bolster with the hands and then square the pelvis. So we're really getting that feeling that the pelvis is square. So make this active and hold. 1. If you need to take support from the blocks, we can also put the blocks on the bolster, and this might help you get that feeling of a little bit of a lift that you might need to actually be comfortable here. Okay, so we're not going off to the side, but squaring forward because we're targeting that Iliopsoas region. Hold, and we're here for 2, 3, kind of squeeze the pelvis onto the bolster. You can use the glutes a little bit. We're almost there. We have 4, engaging the back muscles. So we're releasing the front of the pelvis. 5, slowly fold. We can bend the left knee, then bend the right, and bring it back. All right, let's step up. It's kind of an awkward transition, but let's just do the other side. All right, so we can start off with a bent back knee, and then we're going to engage. We can start off engaging with the blocks, or we can go right onto the bolster, or kind of do that hybrid, which is kind of what I'm feeling today. And we're going to watch the front of the iliac crest and really make sure it's oriented forward and hold. 1. Engage both legs and engage the glutes, so you're kind of really sending that right leg back, back, back. And we have 3, 4, we're almost there. 5, all right. So that was a lot. And we'll just recognize that. Come off of the bolster. Exhale, child's pose. Let's move the bolster away, move the blocks away. And then exhale, child's pose. Let's rest for a moment. Good. Kind of getting that feeling that the front body can really open. Letting the nervous system kind of come off peak. And then we're going to swing it over to the side. And then slowly roll the spine down. Now the last movement we're going to do is an supported bridge. There's some different options for this one. Since these blocks are kind of more narrow, I'm going to use both blocks. You can also use the bolster if you want something a little bit softer. Then let's lift the pelvis up, and we're going to settle the sacrum onto the blocks, and then extend the legs. And we're going to bring the feet a little close together, and then drape the arms out, and we'll hold that for 5 breaths. We're here for 1, 2. If you have a yoga wheel at home, this is also really nice to do on a yoga wheel. 3, 4, And 5, you can either stay where you are, you can remove a block, or we can elevate the pelvis just a little bit more by turning that block on its side, and then we'll repeat. 5 more breaths. 1, 2, really focusing on opening the hip flexors and the iliopsoas to reestablish that sort of neutral position of the pelvis again, removing any tuck that might be there. If we tuck the pelvis too much, this can cause sort of compression and crunchy sensations around the lower back. All right, we can choose now to come down, or we're going to bend the left knee and snuggle the left foot around the block and hold. And we're there for 1, 2. If it's too much for the knee, just keep the legs straight and hold. 4 and 5. Let's switch, stabilizing the blocks as you go for switching the leg, and hold. We have 1, 2, 3, almost there, 4, and 5. Last position, holding on to the blocks. We're going to bend both knees back, and 5 more breaths. 1. This time you might find that the knees slide down to the ground. If so, that's totally okay. Just make sure you keep opening the front body. We have 3, 4, almost there. 1 more, 5. Slide back on the blocks, remove your feet, press into the legs, remove the blocks. Exhale, settle the sacrum on the ground. Move the blocks over to the side. Let's take constructive rest position, knees spiraling towards each other. Feet on the ground, rest. Notice any emotions that are present. Releasing the front body, particularly around the hip flexors, can be very emotional. Good. Let's hug the knees into the chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Lift the head for the squeeze and draw everything in. And then exhale, feet down. Extend the arms and legs. Let's take rest. Rest the mind. Rest the body. Feel the pelvis, maybe giving some small little wiggles, some small movements, getting the feeling of mobility through the sacrum, the sacroiliac joints, freeing any restrictions around that lower front body. You might notice some change in your digestion from this. Sometimes the digestion can be the source of the back pain as well, and the source of a little bit of a tight front body. So you might notice some releases throughout the day. Let that happen freely. Okay, let's start to come back, moving your hands and feet, knees and the elbows. Let's just roll immediately over to the side. We'll come on back up, return to a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes, hands in prayer. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love.